I know I'm like probably a minute late. I pulled them at. It happens. Responding to text messages and last minute work stuff. But welcome all to the early, I guess it's early chat number two again. Because I know we've done a number two chat, but I didn't technically have a name for it. So I don't know. We might stick with early chat. We might be chatting with angry. I don't know. I'm still working this out. We'll figure it out. Should find a way to do a poll or something down below. But sorry, gotta handle this work thing real quick. See how many people show up. I didn't tell anyone I was doing one of these except for I think last week. So we'll see if anyone shows. If not, it's gonna be a short chat. It won't be 2 hours like it was last week. That's for sure. But uh, it has been an interesting week. Hope everyone's been having a good week on your end. Again, haven't. Ahoy, Tara. How is things out? You're driving. Hopefully, you're not driving too far or out on the road too much. Um, hold up, I'm trying to open this stupid can here. It's like frozen solid. Actually, going to have a beverage on the chat tonight, so that'll be a first in a long time since I've done that. But whatever, I figure it's Tuesday. Why not? But yeah, as for topics, I didn't see any topics get dropped into last week's episode, so just gonna probably be playing it off the cuff, go through some new stuff. I know I kind of was out of the loop on Matt's chat last night. Was dealing with some other work crap. Again, like I said in last week's chat, work's just been driving me up a wall. So not driving me up a wall. That's the wrong term because it makes it sound like work's been bad. It's just been busy. So yeah, I've been dealing with that. I do have some links out to Matt and Honda. I know Honda's probably like sleeping or working or something. Matt, I don't know what he's doing. I also have one out to Duke, but I know Duke has like the kiddos and stuff to deal with. So we'll see if any of them join in. If so, awesome. If not, whatever. If anyone else wants a chat or a link for the chat, let me know. I'll fire it over on Discord. Probably be easier to send me a Discord message, to be honest. But if you want to throw it in the side chat here and then send me a Discord message, I can do that as well. So whatever. But cheers, everybody. That's usually like a weekend thing, but again, why not? It's 5 o'clock someplace like mountain time right now, so it's like 5 o'clock Honda's time. There. Let's see what's going on in the news right now. I don't know. I feel like a lot of that's been covered on Matt's chat, but I guess stuff on my plate. Sitting here looking at bikes right now online, so that's what I was doing before the chat here. Well, that and cooking dinner, but yeah, looking at bikes. I know it's not bike season. I still have to wait a couple months before I can really look into buying a bike, just because of still a weird time of the year. Bike prices are still pretty high. I'm hoping once winter comes and people start throwing stuff in the storage and they realize like, maybe I don't have room for this, or I don't have time for this, like they'll be getting rid of their bikes. It's usually how it has been in the Northeast in the past. Also kind of buying my time as much as possible so I don't have to spend a ton of money on storage. Because where I'm at right now, being this apartment complex, I could store it outside in a parking spot, but I don't want to do that if I don't have to. Not that I think anyone here would steal it because other people here have bikes, but still, like, it's out in the weather, it's out in the elements, and yeah, I can throw a cover on it, but still, I'd rather have it in some sort of structure. So I can't really do that where I'm at now because I'm on a third floor. I can't really bring it inside. So my lease is up here in January. If I do end up relocating, which it seems like it might be the case, hopefully I get a place that has at least a shed I can put it in. Excuse me. Preferably a garage or something like that, but we'll see. If I get something before then, I can just pay for storage for a month or two. It's not that bad. That'll be cool if it's ready in 2 weeks. I mean, that'll still give you, depending on your your healing and everything like that still give you well, you're done Texas-ish area, so I mean, you get a little bit longer season than the rest of us, but um, yeah, I remember it was a Harley. I didn't realize there was a fat bomb. I wonder how much damage did they like have to replace like forks and everything like that. I forget on like what the damage to the actual bike was, but yeah, hopefully you get back sooner than later. Can still enjoy the riding weather. 'Cause even like I mean, granted, I know like when I was out in Arizona, like people rode year round, but even in the wintertime, like we would still get cold. And I mean, granted, yeah, it's not like Northeast like 20-degree cold, but still like it's still dipping to the 30s and 40s, and which sucked for riding. I mean, yeah, you can bundle up, and it's not that bad, but still, whatever. So yeah, you do get a little bit better of a year-round aspect. Being that is one of the perks of living down south. But with that comes bike prices. Bike prices tend to stay high year-round. Where here, I mean, they drastically will drop come probably late October. Like late October is really like Halloween time's kind of like the last hurrah for a lot of people. And then like Halloween, early November is when people start throwing them into storage and stuff, and that's the time to snatch them up. So that's what I'm gonna like. I'm just preliminary looking right now because it's what are we, mid September, call it. So I still have like a month and a half left, but we'll see. We'll see what happens when that time comes. If I don't find a good enough deal, I'm not gonna buy anything, but I'm hoping to pick something up. But looking at a cruiser, I I know like Matt and Honda give me shit all the time, but I would love a Harley just because I do love Harleys. But I'm also looking at a Ducati Scrambler and a couple other stuff, a couple other things. Just kind of want something I can, if I want to bring someone on it with me, I can throw them on the back. Um, and a comfortable bike. Like I don't want a street bike again. Had a street bike, it was fun, but I just too old now for a street bike. I just not what I want. So I want something I can go on a nice comfortable ride with. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh, in case anyone asks, I'm drinking a Victory Berry Monkey. It is a fruited sour triple. Uh, I got a box of them, a 6 pack of them. Yeah, yeah, it was a 6 pack of them on Friday. So 9 grand in damage. Holy shit! Damn, that's a lot of damage. Hopefully insurance covered most of that, but yeah, that's ouchy. That's ouchy. Because I remember you had like a top of the line Fat Bob, didn't you? Like you had it built out and everything, if I remember correctly. I know it's been a while, so my memory could be slipping on that, but hopefully you get back soon. That'd be good. But yeah, I've been looking at a couple different things. My one friend who I'm talking to, her dad has a 93 or 94 Softail right now that he's in. I'm not trying to buy the bike off him or nothing. Like he's in the process of trying to get it running again, but he works like he travels for work, so he's constantly during the week he's away or doing stuff like he's traveling. So like when he does come home, especially if it's like out of state or something like that, he's exhausted. He's not gonna go work on the bike. He just wants to kind of relax. And on the weekends, he's usually running around with like his girlfriend or whatever. So he's just not touching the bike at all. And she sent me a photo of it the other day, and I was like, "Oh, that's awesome! Like, looks good." And she's like, "Yeah, it's still not running." I was like, "Oh, like, does he need a battery?" She's like, "No, we put a new battery in, but it still won't fully start." So I'm like, "Oh, well, that probably means either fuel or air, most likely, unless there's some issue with spark getting from the battery to the spark plug properly." So I'm like, knowing the fact that it's a 93, 94, that's still a carbureted bike. So it probably needs the carbs rebuilt. Like I was like, when was that done? She's like, I have no idea when he last did that. So I'm like, yeah, probably that's what it does because it's been sitting for years. So either that or just needs it cleaned out and stuff like that. But trying to convince her to let me just go over, take a look. If I can get someone else's bike started, I'll feel happy. But still late in the season, that's going to be a winter project. So I'm thinking, once I get a place I have my own bike, maybe I can two birds, one stone. Then I'll have someone to potentially ride with once, you know, next spring comes. But we'll see. We'll see. So that's all they've really been doing all afternoon outside just spontaneous work crap. What else is going on here in the news? Let me pull up the news and see. Yahoo News. The White House released something today. They're really happy about the inflation rate being 8 point whatever percent. So that's a joke. Um, I don't care. Like so much stuff is still like plastered all about the Queen, which I'm sorry, I don't care. I don't. I'm not a big fan of monarchies to begin with, or politicians to begin with. Never mind ones that are connected to, you know, Epstein and such. But yeah, just don't care about the. I could care less. Maybe if it was like 1774, I'd care, but I don't. So whatever. Um. Do, 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 do. Prime is no. Blah, blah, blah. Like it's just stupid stuff. Of course, there's all the Trump blah blah stuff. Uh, New York City duck sauce killer. What? This is a weird article I'm reading about. I might dig into that one later. I just, I don't know about you guys. I just don't even pay attention to the news anymore. Like if it wasn't for Matt and Honda's chats, where I occasionally catch, and every now and then Yankees chats, I just don't care. Like I'll see something sometimes on, you know, social media, and I'm like, oh, okay, this happened. Maybe it's something I care enough about. I'll look into it, but it's like that. I just don't care. Trying to think what else has been new in the past week since I last chatted with everybody. Not a whole hell of a lot. It's been pretty laid back. This weekend I didn't even really do it. Like I went up Saturday, hung out with my girl I've been talking to Saturday, and that was pretty much all I did Saturday. Then I came back and I still made it back in time to hop on Honda's chat for a little bit, which was nice because I feel I've been missing those a lot lately, mainly due to travel. Then Sunday it rained here, so I basically stayed inside all day. Did catch up on Cobra Kai. Okay, so here's stuff I caught up on because I missed it on talking on Matt's chat last night because time I was done with my work stuff, I was exhausted, so I stuck around for a little bit because they were talking about Ukraine, and then I ended up having to go to bed. But spoiler, I guess not really spoiler alert, but Cobra Kai, I'm finally caught up on. I watched season 4, finished that, watched that Sunday, and then started season 5 on Sunday, finished it yesterday. Um, while I was working, so awesome show, love it. Don't really know where they're I mean, I kind of know where they're gonna go season 6, but not. I'm curious. So that was awesome. Cobra Kai rocked. House of the Dragon's still good. This week's episode was meh, in my opinion. Like, there's no cool battle scenes or anything, so it was just kind of like, yeah, whatever. But it progressed the story along, which is what I know needed to happen. So it got to those points where it's, especially because I've dug into the lore in the past, so I know what's coming with that. At least the outline of what's coming. So I was like, yeah, this episode needed to happen. Um, what else did I catch up on? Fuck. I finally watched Morbius because that was on, I want to say Netflix. I never went to the movies to see that, so I finally caught it because it was on Netflix. I was like, oh, it's free, essentially. it was fine. It's a movie that I was like, okay, like I don't feel like it should have gotten the hate it got, but I'm also never again going to go out of my way to watch this movie. Like it was okay for what it was, but it definitely wasn't the Marvel Cinematic Universe type movie. Um, I don't want to give spoilers away in case people haven't watched it and are curious to watch it, but it's just one of those things like unless like if someone's watching it in a room or something, like, yeah, I might sit down and watch it. But I'm never gonna go on my way to watch it. And with the caveat that if like someone wanted to come to me and said like, "Hey, I want to catch up on everything Marvel in the last 20 years," then yeah, obviously I'll watch it. Now you can see my dog rolling around the background, all over my clothes too. Like I just did laundry. Yeah, what are you doing? Um, but yeah, it was fine. It was just meh. But watch that. House of Dragon, Cobra Kai. I feel like I watched something else in the past, like 48. Oh, I watched all except the very last episode of uh, Tales of the Walking Dead or whatever. And here's my rundown. I'm sure I'll repeat some of this on Matt's chat if he asks or brings it up again. But first two episodes, awesome. Second, two episodes were shit. Well, third episode was shit. Fourth episode was just kind of like, eh, okay. Fifth episode, I kind of felt the same way. It was like, oh, who cares? Okay, I guess. Whatever. Um, and then yeah, and then sixth episode, I haven't watched it, so we'll see how the sixth episode goes. Hoping they end on a high note, but not not optimistic, to say the least. Let's see. What else is going on here? I don't have any questions coming in, so this is probably going to be a very short chat, unfortunately. But this is the name of the game. If people don't put in stuff that they want me to talk about, I don't have stuff to bring to the table. Um, yeah. I honestly can't think of anything else. I don't know what Matt's going to bring up on tonight's. I'm sure he's going to bring up the inflation stuff or the economy stuff the White House is all cheering about. Like, oh, it went down to 8.3%. It's like, yeah, well, it was up to 9. That's not good. 8.3 is still horrible. So I'm sure he'll bring up some of that stuff. I'm sure if he didn't touch on it last night, I'm sure he'll bring up the credit card stuff with firearms companies, which that's a whole nother. We'll see where that goes. I'm not surprised by something like that happening, but we'll see where it goes. I'm yeah, not feeling great about that one. Um Shit, has there been anything else that's gone on? I don't know. Hmm. Well, if no one has anything, I think I'm probably gonna. This is probably gonna be a short chat. Probably gonna cut it off here at the 20-minute mark. So that being said, I know I screwed the pooch on this because I should have mentioned it last night on Matt's chat, and I just other stuff going on just blew my mind. Um, but yeah, if stuff comes up, definitely put down below. Tara, I know I need to get you also more recipes. If you want to keep doing that stuff on your channel where you're sharing the recipes and stuff. And anyone that hasn't seen, like I'd given Tara some of my fitness recipes in the past. I know some people originally started watching this chat for fitness ideas. She's made some of that stuff, and they've come out phenomenal looking. So definitely, if you aren't following, go check out her page. She throws some really awesome stuff on there, shorts and full-length videos. So it's a little bit of something for everybody. Some really good-looking food and some stuff that really is top-notch stuff. So yeah, go check that out. If you guys have other stuff that you want me to cover in the future, I'm gonna do another one of these chats next week. At least that's the game plan. throw down below what you want to see. I don't know what to talk about if you guys. Otherwise, it's just gonna be me rambling about like my week and what I've heard in the what little I've heard in the news and like random ass stuff. So throw uh throw some stuff in and yeah, we'll bring it to the table next week. That's all good, Tara. I know you're driving stuff. Keep focused on the road. But yeah. Other than that, hope you all are having a kick-ass week so far. Tune in later for Matt's chats. I know Night Strike usually does like a Tuesday night chat too. Check him out. Um, yeah, and I'll see you guys not on tonight's chat, tomorrow's chat. Deuces.